wow, what do you know? It's time for the Pocket Knife Show. Hey, it's Mike on the mic again for another episode of the Pocket Knife Podcast. I got back from Hawaii a couple of days ago. Getting there with my siblings and their spouses, my wife and my mom, was a 3-year process of planning and saving all together. One of my brothers and his wife had been to Oahu during the COVID shutdown, so they had plenty of restaurant and activity recommendations, many of which we followed. The rest of us did research, watching YouTube videos and reading reviews on travel sites. A month or two before our departure date, we had a fairly fleshed out itinerary in place. The agenda for each day of our trip had 1 or 2 activities and some flex time. This allowed us to watch the fireworks on the beach by the Hilton on Friday night, something we didn't know about until we were there. One of the things my wife and I looked into pre-trip was hiking opportunities. We, of course, knew about Diamond Head and planned to climb to its highest point, but there were other trails which, if we hadn't dug a bit, we might not have known of. We narrowed our wish list down to a couple of trails which we thought we could handle. The Kuli'ua'ua, or I don't know how to pronounce all Hawaiian things. Anyway, this Ridge Trail and the Manoa Falls Trail. The reviews of both trails on the All Trails app warned of muddy conditions and slippery rocks. In the end, we settled on the Manoa Falls Trail because we wanted to see a waterfall. The only problem we faced was finding time to climb when our use of one of our rental cars wouldn't terribly inconvenience the rest of the family. A couple-hour window opened up on Saturday afternoon when everyone else was resting after an early morning Diamond Head ascent and a midday stroll around the Aloha Bowl swap meet. We drove the 20 minutes or so to the trailhead, paid the parking fee, and stepped into the rainforest. Having mostly hiked in the desert or on mountainsides over the past 10 years or so, we were taken aback by the stunning greenery surrounding us. The scrubby bushes and cacti we were used to were replaced by soaring eucalyptus trees and giant fern palms. As a steady breeze blew down the trail, we were treated to the click and clack of a living bamboo wind chime. A stream flowing down the hill beside the trail added to the soundscape. About 45 minutes into our sometimes steep, sometimes slippery trek, we reached the end of the trail. Manoa Falls dropped 150 feet down a black rock wall to a pool surrounded by elephant ear plants and small trees. Fellow hikers snapped a shot of us with all this as our backdrop. After a short rest and an even shorter discussion about continuing on the Aihualama Trail, a thin ribbon of dirt darting away from the falls, we headed back to our car. About halfway to the parking lot, a struggling hiker at the end of a line of people we took to be his family asked a simple question. Is it worth it? My immediate answer, of course it is. Our trailmate grimaced and trudged on, doing his best to keep up with the more energetic of his companions. I wonder if he made it to the falls, and, if he did, if he thought it was worth the effort required. I'm reminded today of the words of the refrain of the hymn, It Will Be Worth It All, penned by Esther Kerr Rustoy. It will be worth it all when we see Jesus. Life's trials will seem so small when we see Christ. One glimpse of his dear face all sorrow will erase, so bravely run the race till we see Christ. I know those words have encouraged many to keep going, so too have Jesus' words to his disciples found in Matthew 20, 24-27. Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it. What good will it be for someone to gain the whole world yet forfeit their soul, or what can anyone give in exchange for their soul? For the Son of Man is going to come in his Father's glory with his angels, and then he will reward each person according to what they have done. In the end, faith in Christ and faithfulness to him will be worth all the struggle to overcome sin, all the difficulties of following, all the persecutions and insults. It will be worth it all. Oh no, it's sad I know we've come to the end of the show. See you next time.